Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Classic Week, and today we are delving in to the Peter Davison era, the Fifth Doctor's era, from 1981 to 1984, and we're going to be talking about my thoughts on the Fifth Doctor, my thoughts on his companions, some of his stories, some of his monsters, some of my least favourite stories, etc. And if you've been watching this series consistently, then I thank you first of all. And yeah, so you should know what's the drill is like. So, do you know what? Let's just crack in straight on with it. The Fifth Doctor himself. What do I think of the Fifth Doctor? Now, this Doctor is quite youthful in mind, manner, and appearance, and he's expressed an interest in all things Victorian and Edwardian, really, such as cricket, tea, fair play, good manners, and a keen interest in science and exploration. And this definitely comes through in his stories, and I love him because he's quite humane. I'd say he's the most humane that we've had so far out of all the five Doctors, and he can be quite sensitive and, like I said, profusely humane, but he did not make an imposition of himself. He preferred to be honest, which I can respect that, and he was really, really good Doctor in my opinion. I think Peter Davison, obviously, he said in interviews that he's taken aspects from the previous four Doctors, and I think that comes across, and it makes for a great Doctor. So, I think I do prefer other Doctors. I think I ranked him 8th maybe on my Doctor ranking, which is still quite good. I like all the Doctors, and this is a highlight. He's a great Doctor, and I can watch him whenever. So his companions, he had plenty of companions. Turlough, Adric, Nyssa, Tegan, Peri, and Chameleon. So let's just start off with Adric, Nyssa, and Tegan, as they're like the main companions for the Fifth Doctor. I'll start off with Tegan because why not? I don't like Tegan much. She's quite annoying in my opinion. She doesn't do much for me at all. She just sort of moans, "Take me back to Heathrow, Doctor!" And oh, I don't even know. But she's okay in some episodes, but on the whole, she's not one of my favourites. Adric, again, not one of my favourites. A little bit camp and safe for me. He's just quite like quite gentle. And I mean, his death doesn't really put that much emotion on me. So sorry, Adric. But Nyssa, on the other hand, I love. Nyssa is a great companion to the Fifth Doctor. She works very well with him, and I just enjoy her and most stories that she's in. So thumbs up for Nyssa. Turlough, again, he's okay, better than Adric probably. Yeah, he doesn't do much for me. He's just sort of there, but from what he's in, he's fine. Chameleon is just awful. I mean, we're not going to talk about Chameleon much, but he's a thing, unfortunately. And Peri, I do find her a little bit annoying sometimes, but I'd say she works better with the Fifth Doctor. I'm not too sure on that one actually. I think she works well with both, but she certainly has a softer and more calmer relationship with the Fifth Doctor. So overall, the Fifth Doctor's companions, they're okay, but I wouldn't rate them too highly. Some of my favourite villains from the Fifth Doctor era. Now, I really struggled with this one because there weren't many standout villains, so the only two that I managed to really muster together were the Mara from Snake Dance and Kinder, and Sharaz Jek from the Caves of Androzani. Now, both of these are great stories. I love the Mara tales actually. I think they're quite fun. The snake does not look the best, but I think the whole concept of the Mara is quite creepy and quite cool, so that's why the Mara is on here. And Sharaz Jek, I mean, not only does he look amazing, but he is just so creepy, isn't he? Like, I would not like to, if I was the Doctor, I would not like to bump into Sharaz Jek. And obviously, he was responsible for the fate of the Fifth Doctor, so for me, thumbs up for the Mara and Sharaz Jek. Now, some of my favourite stories from the Fifth Doctor's era are as followed: Black Orchid, Kinder, Enlightenment, and the Five Doctors. Now, you may be thinking, oh, where's Caves of Androzani? Where's Earthshock? I don't know. To me, I like the little gems, and these are the little gems in my opinion. Black Orchid is a fabulous story, just such a cool two-parter. It's the same run time as the Sontaran Experiment, so literally if you just want to stick on something for an evening, go for this one, because not only is it so light-hearted, it's good. It's very good. Kinder, like I said from the Mara Tales, a fun little story. Again, if you're into season 19, this is a highlight for me. Enlightenment, again, cool, a very cool one from the Black Guardian trilogy. This has quite a twist at the end of episode 1, so I won't spoil it for you, but enjoy that. And the Five Doctors is just very iconic, isn't it? I mean, it brings back pretty much the Five Doctors, and it's very good, so I enjoy it, and that's my favourite stories from the Fifth Doctor's era. Some of my least favourite stories from his era, though, are Warriors of the Deep, Four to Doomsday, and The Awakening. Now, I watched Four to Doomsday about a year ago for the second time, and I didn't enjoy it. I think I gave it a 5 or a 4 or something. I just think it's very, very bland. It has cool ideas, and I know it was the first one that Peter Davison filmed, but it just didn't do much for me, unfortunately. So that's a shame. Warriors of the Deep, they kind of just ruined the Sea Devils in this one, which is a shame, but it's not that bad, but it is quite bad. And The Awakening is just a two-parter. I think it's 245 minutes, which I'm not a fan of that format. I mean, I might be wrong in that, but I know that happens in the Colin Baker era quite a lot, and it's just, I just struggled to get into it. I mean, on the outside it seems like a very good story and it seems like my type of thing, but then I stuck it on and I just thought I can't get through this, and that's really sad. So that's the Fifth Doctor's era in a nutshell. I do apologise that this video was a lot shorter than the rest. The Peter Davison era isn't one that you can talk loads about, unlike the Tom Baker era or the William Hartnell era, because they obviously have a lot more to talk about, companions, stories, etc. But overall, I'd say the Fifth Doctor is quite a good era. It's not my favourite by far. I feel like some of the stories were let down by the writing in some instances, but he's a great Doctor and I enjoy watching him on screen. So yeah, a very good Doctor in my opinion, with a great bunch of companions. Mostly. Mainly just Nyssa, but mostly. So there we go, guys. I want to thank you all very much for watching. Be sure to leave a like because I have put a lot of time and effort into these slides. I'd really appreciate that. And don't forget to subscribe because we've got some cool content on its way soon. So yeah, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next video, which will be the Colin Baker era. So that'll be interesting. Bye for now.